Good morning, guys. Today we're going to do a sequence for sore, tired legs. We went camping and hiking this weekend, so this is also good if you stand all day long. Um, so we're just going to hold each pose for 3 breaths, and we'll just work through it together. Okay, so we're going to start. You can just come to the top of your mat. And we're just going to do a ragdoll pose. So we'll just take a couple deep breaths here in mountain. Inhale. Exhale. Try to engage that core. Inhale. Good. Inhale. Bring it wide and tall as you can. And then exhale and fold from those hips. And we're just going to let everything hang here. Exhale. Try to feel that abdomen and the skin of your back expand. Inhale. Try to release any tension in that neck. One more. You can grab those elbows if you want a little free hang there. One more breath. Inhale. Good. Okay, and we'll bring our hands to the mat, and we're just going to step our left leg back. So we're in a low lunge, and we're going to drop that knee and let that back foot lay flat. And breathe up from your center and reach for the ceiling. That should feel great. Try not to bring those shoulders into your ears, but like wide, like you have a beach ball. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath. On your next exhale, paint those hands down the wall in front of you. Bring your hands back to your mat. We'll tuck that back toe under and step our foot forward. We'll take one breath back in ragdoll. And on your exhale, step that other leg back. We'll even it out. Be sure that that ankle is lining up over that knee. We're laying that back foot flat. It's active, and we're reaching up from our center. Good. Inhale and reach through those fingertips. Exhale. Try to relax into that stretch. One more breath. Good. On your exhale, paint that wall in front of you. Bring those hands to your mat. Good. And we're going to just stay right here. And you're going to reach back with your right arm and grab that foot. Good. And we're right here. Breathe. One more breath. Good. And you can release with control. Good. And we'll just bring that knee back and we'll switch sides. Good. So remember to line that knee up over that ankle. And then once you're comfortable in your space, support yourself with your right hand and reach back with that left hand. Push that foot into that hand and breathe. Had to double check my alignment. One more breath. Good, and we're gonna release with control, bring that hand back around front, and we're just gonna take that knee back. So we're on all fours. And you know it's coming. We're gonna tuck those toes under and push those hips up for down dog. Yep, down dog is the cure for everything. And I always like to pedal those heels for a minute, really get into your hips, breathe. Okay, and now we'll find stillness. You can keep as much bend in that knee as you would like, but push those hips up to the sky. Good, inhale. One more breath here. Good, exhale. On your inhale, raise your right leg. Then we're gonna bring it through for pigeon or half pigeon. Okay, so you're gonna let that back leg relax, but keep it active. And wherever this front leg feels good, you may need to do some adjusting back and forth. Find what's working for you. When you get there, try to square your shoulders with your knee, and we're gonna breathe here. You should really feel that on the outside of that hip. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe into that discomfort. It is your friend. One more breath here. Good. Okay, we're going to push right back up into down dog. Tuck that toe under. Good. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, raise that other leg. Inhale. Good. Bring that knee all the way through for pigeon on the other side. Relax that foot down. It's active. Do whatever adjustments you need. And square that chest to that knee. We're still nice and tall in that torso. And we're breathing. If you're not feeling a stretch, then you do want to push that foot a little bit further away from you. One more breath here. Okay, and after that breath, you're gonna go ahead and push back up into down dog. Good, and we'll just walk those feet to your hands. Take your time. Good. I'm gonna go ahead and turn wide on my mat for this next pose. This is a garland pose, so you just got your feet kind of turned out, okay? You want to point that tailbone down at the earth. You got a nice engaged core, big deep breath. And exhale, you're just going to drop those knees. Good. And if this is a lot, you can, the further that you bring those feet in, good. And you just want to relax into that hip girdle. Breathe. And you're just using those arms to push out on those hips gently. Allow your breath to relax those muscles. Point that tailbone down. Feel that release in the lower back. One more breath. Good. Okay, and then on your next exhale, you can release those hands to your mat. And this next pose is just, it's called Hero. So you're just gonna sit on your feet, and we're nice and tall. Still point that tailbone down. You should feel that releasing your spine. Good. Roll those shoulders back and down. Take a moment here to just connect with your breath. Try to send that breath to the hips and tailbone. One more breath here. Okay, from here we're just going to go to seated pose, nice and we're going to go to frog pose. So here you're just going to take your thighs nice and wide, and those feet just go directly behind you. And however wide you feel you can go, once you start to feel a little pressure, you want to stop right there. And now I will bring my blanket in to kind of bolster me. So then I'll drop down to my forearms. And there's no way that you won't feel a stretch in those hips. Okay, so still try to kind of breathe into those hip flexors. They don't get much exposure, but they do a lot of work. Just breathe. Try to feel the breath expand your body. One more breath, inhale. Good, and on your exhale, you can gently bring your body up. Good, and then bring your bottom down, and now we'll just sit in seated pose to offer opposing relaxation. So just relax right here, 3 breaths, and to those hip flexors. Good. Inhale. Remember, we're still nice and tall in that torso, our head over our chest, over our abdomen, so that breath can make its full course. One more breath. Exhale. Good. Okay, so from here, we're just going to lift that foot onto the top of our thigh. And then you're going to take that other foot and stack it on top of your other thigh. So we kind of look like a pretzel. Good. So now you got a little stretch. Once you feel good, try to get nice and tall in that torso. And we're going to take some breaths here. You can also use this as an opportunity to give yourself a little extra love to those feet. The fascia is connected to your whole body, and it ends at the bottom of your feet. So just rub those feet and breathe. One more breath here. Good, okay, and then we're gonna bring those feet off gently one by one. No jerking, we're kind to our bodies. Okay, and we're just gonna do the opposite thing. So we're gonna, whatever leg was on the bottom is now gonna be on the top. It will feel a little funny. I mean, it feels funny either way, right? It's not a way that you sit all the time, but it's great for your hips. Okay, and get situated. Make sure you're feeling supported, and we've got links in our torso, and show some feet some love, locks of oxygen, breathe. Switch feet if you haven't already. You've got one more beautiful deep breath here. Okay, good. Once you've gotten that last breath in, go ahead and release those feet. Good. And we're going to turn so that we can just set those legs straight out in front of us. That should feel great after being all bent up. We're going to keep those feet pointed to the ceiling. Good. And we're going to take a deep breath and raise those arms. So inhale. Good. Exhale. I want you to fold from those hips and point those toes. And wherever those hands land is just fine. Good. Breathe into those hips. Exhale, try to melt forward. Inhale. Exhale, try to melt. One more inhale, fill that back body with oxygen. Good, and on your exhale, I want you to roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Good, and when we get to the top, we're going to inhale one more time. Good, and just like before, we're going to bend from those hips. Good, but this time our toes are active again. They're pointed to the ceiling. We're going to grab for those toes if it's in your practice. If not, our toes are still pointed to the ceiling. We're reaching for those knees, shins or ankles, okay? And wherever we land is just fine. And we're breathing, okay? My spine is still nice and full. I start with the length and then I relax my neck. Okay, so long and then relax. Inhale. Inhale, fill that back body with air. Feel that expansion. One more breath. Roll those shoulder blades down your back. Good, and on your exhale, we're going to roll it up nice and slow. One vertebrae at a time. Don't rush. And when you get that head to the top, go ahead and give it a nice roll. Good, and we're going to switch directions. Inhale and exhale. Don't lose your breath. Okay. And once that feels good, we're going to lay all the way on our backs. And bring our knees into our chest. Go ahead and take a second to give yourself a big hug. Take a deep breath. Maybe find some motion, rock it out. Good, okay. And from here, we're just gonna raise those legs and we're gonna do a happy baby pose. And you have some options here. So you can grab on the insides of your feet and pull that way, or you can grab on the outsides of your feet and pull. Either way, that should feel great on those hips. You can find motion here if you'd like. Whatever you do, Breathe deep. If you were finding motion, find stillness for this last breath. Inhale. Fill that back body with air. Good. And on your exhale, bring those legs back center. Good. And we're going to just raise those legs straight up in the air. Our feet are nice and active. Good. Put those hands on your belly and breathe deep. Good. 2 more breaths. One more breath. You've got this. You're supported. You are strong. Good. Okay, and we'll go ahead and bring those feet directly to the floor. Then we're going to roll to the right side. 2 breaths here. Good. Okay, and we're going to support ourselves and come back into a seated pose. Okay, and we're just going to take 2 breaths here just to notice how we're feeling in our body. I hope that feels relaxing and rejuvenating for you. I want to thank you for joining me in my practice this morning. If you guys ever have questions, feel free to reach out. Okay, so we're here. Just relax those hands, palms up. We're still nice and tall in that torso, even though we're relaxed. Notice anywhere that you may be holding tension. This is your chance to show gratitude to yourself because you've done an amazing job and you've taken time out for you. 1 more breath. All right, and then we'll bring those hands into prayer. And we'll bow. Namaste. See you next time, guys.